Hey Pony Pals, it's Emma from Paint Pony Studios, and today we are back in Star Stable and we're going to finish up, or I believe finish up. I don't know how long this quest actually takes. The quest that Starshine gave us to find Lisa and get her out of the Pandoric crack. So our next mission is to go talk to Linda over here and see what Linda has to say and discover who the Sleeping Widow is. Hi, Emma. I'm going out for a ride. Want to join? No? You look like you're in a hurry. What's going on? You and Starshine found Lisa? That's incredible! But the bad news is that she needs rescue from Pandoria. And Lisa says it can only be done by waking a sleeping widow? Ah! The Sleeping Widow! She's talking about a specific individual that goes by that name, I see. No, I don't know who it might be. I'll go to the farm's library and check the books. Ask the Baroness if she knows something while you wait. You can find me in the library later. I'll just park Meteor first. Alright, let's go talk to the Baroness. I wonder if the Baroness is going to actually know something about that sort. Like, that would be interesting if she does. Hey. Okay, let me just... Good day, Emma. Another lovely day among the grapevines here in the plantation, isn't it? If I know anything about a sleeping widow? No, Emma. I do know of quite a few widows. One does so at my respectable age, but none of them strikes me as someone who's sleeping exceptionally much, and thus has been awarded such a nickname. Unfortunately, I cannot help you in this matter. You'll have to trust that Linda finds something in the library books. She might have found something of interest already. Alright, let's go see. Let me just park Silver Mist. Linda! The Baroness didn't know? Okay, bad luck. We need to trust the knowledge of these books then. Let's see. I need to read that book, and that one as well. If the Spy Master can help us? I don't think so. He does know a lot, but he doesn't know everything. I think he exaggerates his own image somewhat and cultivates a picture of himself that is way too legendary. And that book, and that... Why don't you pay the Spy Master a visit and ask him if he knows anything about the Sleeping Widow, while I look through these books for information? He probably doesn't know anything. It's not really the kind of stuff he knows, so it probably won't lead you to anything, but you can always head over there if you want to and you've got nothing else to do. At least no harm could come from it. Take the transport. It's quick and easy. I've been expecting you. I know why you're here, but to make a normal conversation out of it, I'll allow you to tell me why you've come. The Sleeping Widow. It's a living being who's lost its husband. It's a woman, maybe an old woman, and let me see. She's also sleeping. She's also rather unknown. Or maybe sleeping pertains to some sort of blindness to the outside world. What do I know? That's all I can say, unfortunately. Is it enough? No. I'm sorry, Emma. That's all I can say. However, I'm convinced your friend Lisa will find an answer in one of the books, if she hasn't already, sooner rather than later. And you know what? The right book is always the last one you look in. That is true. See you later. Well, alright, Linda was right, I guess. This guy knows nothing. Alright, let's go back. I suspected he wouldn't know anything about the Sleeping Widow. But now you know he doesn't know everything. He does know a lot, though. He has a network of skilled spies, which include the chipmunks. So he's very valuable when it comes to certain kinds of information. Emma, I know time is running, but I haven't yet found anything about the Sleeping Widow in the books. I'm certain I'll find something sooner or later, but until then, we need to be patient and keep our hopes up. Give me until tomorrow. I'll search through the night if I have to. I've been looking all night, and I think I found an old note from the mid-18th century. Listen to this. The legend of the Sleeping Widow goes back far in time. When the light of Ideen spread over Jorvik and life was brought to the island, a handful of life wardens were created, whose task was to guard the growing life, to shield it and warn it of the flora and fauna of the island wherever threatened. These life wardens came to existence in the form of trees that would forever live on Jorvik. The humans discovered these trees, respected them, and let them live. The humans understood the trees were special, ancient, and that they served a higher purpose, Humans came to call them primeval trees. The primeval trees had different looks and abilities and were much stronger and more magnificent in the olden days, their glory days. Today most of the trees slumber. They sleep, tired and haggard, lessened in power, not least by the exploitation of Jorvik's natural resources. It is said that the roots of primeval trees penetrate all of Jorvik, and that the roots are linked together in an enormous network through which they can communicate. Awesome, huh? Like an ancient internet, kinda. You want to hear a little more, right? It's a fascinating story which I just have to share with you, and it's important that you understand. You and I know of one of these primeval trees, the one on top of Scarecrow Hill. As the legend of the Golden Apple foretold, the witches have actually destroyed several primeval trees, but they only went for the trees that produce the golden apples, which the wicked witches shun. Oh my goodness. Other primeval trees were left alone. According to my writings, some kind-hearted witches have actually formed alliances with the primeval trees to help strengthen their magical powers. At least half a dozen primeval trees are known to exist today, mentioned in various records. There could be a lot more. In one place, one of the trees goes by the name of the Sleeping Widow. To understand this, we need to go far back in history, but I'll be brief. Once upon a time, the Forgotten Fields was a dense, enormous forest, at least as magnificent as Greendale. The forest was protected by two primeval trees that were once a happy couple. Everything was great, but they were happy together, and the forest flourished until the Earl built Jarlaheim. When Jarlaheim was built, a great part of the forest was cut down, and the growing population in the area took down more of the forest to make both firewood and more building materials. A stable was also needed for the Earl's cavalry. Jorvik Stables was built, which later housed hundreds of horses. As more and more of the forest was destroyed, the landscape opened up and made room for necessary grazing grounds where all the Earl's horses could graze and run around during the day. In the blind eagerness of mankind, which often arises in their simple minds during times of great expanse, the foresters unfortunately cut down one of the two primeval trees in the area. It was a grievous mistake, but the damage was already done and it was irreversible. The surviving primeval tree became lonely, and it grieved over the loss of its life companion. She lost her will to live. Through her grief, and through mankind's eager destruction and grazing and the stomping of the Earl's horses, the forest eventually died. During the centuries that have passed since the primeval tree became lonely, her wailing has sometimes been heard through the wind. A wail much like a persistent howl which swoops around with a gust across the windswept hills. And so there stood one lonely primeval tree, and the Forgotten Fields. The area got its current name, the Forgotten Fields, after the Earl's cavalry, and all the horses were no longer in Jorvik's stables. The lost forest and the grazing grounds were later forgotten, since the area no longer served any purpose for the humans. So much grief for such a short chapter in history. They say that the wailing of the primeval tree can no longer be heard. It's not because she's stopped grieving, but rather that she's fallen asleep of exhaustion, resignation, and sorrow. She's on death's door, if she isn't dead already, but we hope she is not, of course. With this knowledge in mind, it's an easy conclusion to draw that the old tree in the southwest corner of the Forgotten Fields is actually identical to the Sleeping Widow. How everything is connected to Lisa's current critical location in Pandoria, I can't quite figure out. But if she says the tree must be woken, I guess we'll wake it. I myself have tried to make my way to Pandoria and tried to save her there. Would've. But it's extremely risky, not to mention impossible to return from thereafter. But how do you wake a magical slumbering primeval tree? I don't know. How do you? Moving tale. Poor primeval trees. I think you should talk to Elizabeth directly. It seems obvious that this primeval tree, the Sleeping Willow, can't just be woken up by... And I hit the wrong mouse button. And Emma, I have a feeling you'll need to use your fragment of the Light of Aideen. If you're not already carrying it in your bag, you should stop by your storage. Yeah, I have it. What a tale, what a turn of events! We must indeed wake up the Sleeping Widow to see if she can rescue Lisa. If Lisa says it is so, then it must be the way to rescue her from Pandoria. And if it doesn't work, we'll try to find another way. Maybe the roots of this primeval tree reach further than we could ever imagine. Anyway, I know of two things that can shake up the ancient primeval tree enough to give it the energy it needs to wake up. The tree needs light, strength, and water. You must do 3 things. 1. Fill a bottle with the tears of Aideen. You know, the dew from the flowers that grow around here. 2. Energize the fragment with the light of Aideen by the rune stones up here in the same way you did last time. You need to have your fragment with you. The third thing you need to do is illuminate the tree with the energized fragment and water it with the tears of Aideen, and those 2 tasks need to be performed at night. During the night, the magic is undisturbed by the bustle and light of daytime, and the effect of Aideen's power is much stronger. Alright, let's do it. And she wants us to charge it on this stone here. Oh, you cannot do this while mounted. Sorry. So now I need to charge the stone. Alright. Ooh! Okay. Stone's charged. Let's go get those flowers. What kind of videos would you guys like to see on the channel while I'm doing this? I'm always really, I try to be really creative with what we put up here. And I know you guys enjoy Star Stable, and I know you guys enjoy the blindfold challenges, which I need to find a day that Anna can come over and that my mom is off, or a night or something that we can do the verses, like you guys have been asking for. But definitely, like, tell me what other videos that you would like to see. I thought about doing some where I draw our mascots for you guys, teach you like how to draw our mascots or how to draw horses. So just let me know in the comments. Tell me what kind of videos you actually want to see on our channel. You're ready to go to the Sleeping Widow. Wait for the night, then wake her. On your way, take the detour past Starshine and update him on what has been happening, so that he'll know what's going on and is ready to help Lisa out of the crack, provided you succeed in waking the tree. So, I don't know where the Forgotten Fields are. Okay. Alright. I know where we're going. Sounds good to me. Emma, how's it going? I've almost lost touch with Lisa and this blasted crack is about to close on itself. So you found out who the Sleeping Widow is? Do tell. So the Sleeping Widow is a primeval tree? Interesting. It's not that far-fetched an idea. Well done, Emma, and of course Linda, too. Now let's hope that whatever's binding Lisa and the Sleeping Widow's fate together also saved Lisa. We'll have our answer tonight. I'll stay behind, ready to help Lisa when you awake the primeval tree. I should be able to keep the crack open until midnight at least. Go to the primeval tree on the Forgotten Fields and wait until nightfall to perform the necessary rituals. Best of luck. May the light of Aideen be with you. Oh man, it's surrounded by all these fairy rings. How cool is that? The ancient tree. The primeval tree slumbers deeply. It's surrounded by an aura of heavy grief, and an overwhelming weakness washes over you, as if the tree relentlessly weighs you down with its great sadness over the mistakes of mankind, mistakes that made this tree lose its beloved life companion. In this state of mind, it's going to be hard staying awake until tonight's big task. I know! I'm really tired. Await nightfall. You and Silver Mist almost fell asleep by the tree. By sheer force of will, you managed to stay awake. It is now midnight. The primeval tree seems thirsty after centuries of grief, as if it hasn't drunk from the life-giving water in a long time. So I gotta water the tree. Can I water the tree on horseback? Yes, I can. So full of strength and life. Aideen? The primeval tree seems pale after centuries of grief, as if it hasn't embraced the light of the sun in a very long time. So pretty. Alright. By the light of Aideen, who are you, and what have you done with Aideen? Are you the one who awakens me? Are you the one who opens my eyes with the light of Aideen, moistens my throat with her tears, and makes my tree creak and crackle as in the days of my youth? Is it you who's doing this? For Lisa's sake? I wish it would stop with the white flashes. By the distant ghost of my roots, who are you? Who fights for the light in these dark times? Let's wait and watch. Let me think and creak and crackle for a little while. It's been a long time since my branches murmured and my mind crept into action. I promise Lisa, and promises are made to be kept, even those made to humans. But why should I keep a promise to the people who betrayed me? But you are more than that. You're not only humans. You are the bringer of the light of Aideen. You fight for the same cause as I do. Lisa persuaded me. My roots reached her in an abominable prison. She needed help, and she promised to help me if I was rescued. To help you would help Lisa, which would help me. I shall do what I can. Watch and learn. Ooh, what am I watching? Whoa! Whoa! That's really cool. It's so pretty. Thumbnail material. It's so pretty. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning in such a dramatic moment, but so is my character. So. My force is not very strong. It's far from what I'd hoped. I wonder if my strength was enough. I must rest now. I'm so tired. Find your friends. Behold the result of my success, or vanish forever because of my possible failure. I do not know how my attempt went. Alright, let's go see if Starshine found anything. Whatever could this be? Something is shimmering in the ground. Oh no! My horse is stuck! Silver Mist! Someone or several someones are hiding in the bushes. What do I do? Oh no. Oh no. Bad. Oh, this is so bad. Ha! Now we got you and your wretched horse. This is what happens when you go about watering trees in the middle of the night. We've got you now, Emma. We'll make mincemeat of you and your horse and send you off to the blissful pastures of Pandoria's eternal prison. You can't get away. Justin, grab her, now! Huh? Me? Why me? I do know her, or I mean, don't you have the chains? I'm not yelling. This mic picks up everything. Stop! Stop! Be gone, you spineless weasels! Yes! Lisa? But we imprisoned you in Pandoria! How is this possible? Dude! Get him! Not so confident now, are we? Your knees are shaking all over now that you're not hiding in ambush, cowardly lowlifes. You may outnumber us, but you don't scare me. I'll give you a taste of your own medicine. But by the light of Aideen... Justin! What are you doing with those fools? Huh? Me? Well, I thought that... I mean... You can't seriously have joined those guys. For real? Joined Dark Corps? He's one of us now. Mr. Sands is his grandfather, and he's joined the true side, our side, the dark side. Yes, precisely. It is true, Lisa. I've made an alliance with my grandfather, and I know that I'm doing the right thing. I can feel it in my heart. Whoa. I can tell I've been gone from this island far too long. Very well. Stand there with the others, Justin, if that's what you truly want. Stand there and face the same fate as your newfound friends. Taste this! Ah, run away! Run! Lisa's gone insane! Get away from here, run! Ha! That made them run. It was the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. They got away, but they all learned a lesson. This time I only intended to scare them. I think the danger is past for this time. You made the Sleeping Widow save me, and Starshine was able to help me out of the crack and away from that horrid Pandoria. No words can describe how grateful we are that you saved me from that place. It was horrible. Are you okay? You're not hurt. My horse is hurt. Oh, I see. Your poor Silver Mist is seriously injured. That was a nasty trap. I can heal your friend if you like. You probably know that the Circle of Stars is the real power, or is the power I'm most able to master, and that the stars symbolizes the power of healing. Let me heal the poor thing. Oh, buddy boy. Oh. Heal him. Heal my boy. Thank you. Look at that. That went better than expected. Your beautiful Silver Mist is right as rain again. That was a mean trap. Nothing to toy around with. Those Dark Riders shouldn't be keeping such dangerous items in their arsenal. I'm really grateful you saved me. I mean it. It wasn't a pleasant experience being imprisoned in Pandoria, I can tell you that much. Those idiots I just scared off succeeded in ambushing Starshine and I when we were off guard. This time, though, the story had a happy ending. But this cannot happen again. We really need to be on our watch now, right, Emma? Alright, I understand. Things have been happening here on the island. I haven't paid much attention to any ongoing events myself, as I've been stuck in Pandoria ever since I last stepped into the Jorvik stables. Of course, I could tell you lots of fun stories from my time as a rock star on tour, but that's hardly important right now. We can do that later. And between you and I, Emma, it's not that cool and glamorous to be a rock star. I'll have you know it's a lot of hard work and stressful tour schedules, and fame isn't everything. It's nice to be back here where my face isn't that well recognized, at least not anymore. The fans forget you quickly, but my friends last forever. I hope you and I will become good friends. Anyway, enough of that. You're right, Emma. We must see the others and meet the druids. I was thinking the same, not least because I want an update on the situation. But before all that, I'll need a change of clothes and a good rest, and something to eat. Let's hold off on the druids until tomorrow. Rest and recovery goes above all else this time. I also owe a favor to the Sleeping Widow, but that'll have to be done later. A night's rest. After these escapades, we really need to rest. Tomorrow you can ride to Elizabeth and tell her I'm back, so that she can summon the druids to a meeting. I'll see you later at the meeting, and listen, once again, a big thank you. Good night. So, I think this is where I'm going to end it, because I'm already up to about 40 minutes of recording. It may not be 40 minutes by the time I actually get it cut down, but for my sake, I am going to end it here. So, for now, Pony Pals, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. If you want to see more content from us, subscribe. Until next time, Pony Pals, bye!